Back hot dogs, it's your boy Spider Pig. Y'all already know what time it is. 8 a.m. Saturday, aka Super Saturday. Y'all know how we gonna do. We got some Dragon Ball videos to run through, and y'all know we gonna get through them all too. We got a great lineup on videos, cause you know your boy came out with a video this week, and then they had another episode of daima. Shout out to daima. They on episode 8 out of 20, I believe, so they almost halfway through the series. It'll be came and gone before you know, but it'll leave its mark on Dragon Ball. Shout out to Dragon Ball having its mark on people, because you know it's a very productive show. People watch it, so that's why we do it. Let's get into it. Shit, I don't hit the completely wrong button. I'm half asleep. Oh shit, no I'm not.
One can only imagine as to what they all have planned and lined up in the pipeline.
Triple B in the building. Appreciate that. Oh shit.
Available first right now
Fuck it
on my
up.
Patreon. For those of you out there
This
that are
didn't
members to
even
see it,
rewind
so
all
if
the
you
way
not
to the
only want to go
beginning.
as far as to support the fan manga content that you see on this channel, but also gain exclusive access to my Jesus Christ, really? Don't forget to become a member of Unrelent Gaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that I already enjoyed this Patreon today. That's a great stuff on there, actually. Did you name it? The CD? The domino. Oh, the domino! Now you're all laughing. Do you realize the prize is here? Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now. Or else, you'll aggressively scream when the man came for several hours. Kakarot! Kakarot!
That's not the order my videos was supposed to go in, so y'all already know how we gonna do. He said nobody can beat Sil. What up? Appreciate you coming by. You already know I'm getting my shit together right now. I'm sorry for the fuck ups this morning, but let's start from the top, because you know we like to get things right one of these times. That video was out of lineup. Shout out to Triple B, he already knows.
集まりの全宇宙の海王神並びに破壊神の皆様、すでにお伝えした通り、ゼ王様は力の大会と名付けた武道大会の開催をご所望しております。時間は無制限。相手が敗北を宣言するか試合続行不可能な状態になるまで持てる力の全てを使って戦っていただきます。
戦いみたい。早く見せて。
What up, Mr. Oreos? Oh yeah, we here every Saturday for Super Saturday reviews. Go ahead and wake up and pull up, or if you out of the country, make sure you remember what time I'm going.
我々が参加している宇宙より優れていることを改めて証明してみせましょう。破壊してやる。倒しに来たんじゃない。跡形のないほどバラバラにしてやる。
Let's see. This one was made by, says Dragon Ball World official page. So, you know, we do review fan-made animes and original anime by the Dragon Ball series, but you know how we do. We just keep it popping. This is a good one because this is Vegeta versus the Gods of Destruction. You know, a little introductory. I get the new episodes off Crunchyroll whenever I'm into it like that, but you know, yeah, I definitely like that Van Helsing. That shit was good. Hell's Paradise. You should already know I'm a networking expert on YouTube, so I know to give everybody wrenches that seem or act like they're cool. I'll check out your YouTube channel myself later. You know, I got 2 phones. Yeah, I know. Let me get my other phone in here. What the hell, bro? What up?
けではどうやっても越えられる壁を見せてやろう。この力の塊、先ほど戦ってた時よりもさらに上がるとは諦めだ。これがサイヤ人の力だというのか。うわなんと
Hey, that instant Hakai is crazy. Cracked the man whole sternum. Shout out to Vegeta. He don't be playing.
がっかりさせやがって殺し抜けだ。どんなすごいやつかと思ったらなんだかぶっ殺すのもバカバカしくなってきたぜ。第7宇宙の勝利。
楽しかったね。
第7宇宙ベジータさん、見事な戦いぶり。
So you already know I got you. Yeah, this first one look kind of skinny now that I think about it. Oh, good. We got more weed to go, so. The fucking launch is so awesome. See, launch is the reason why I'm mad at Akira Toriyama these days. Yeah, I'm mad at a dad bit, but that's how fucked up I am because I'm judgmental as hell. I keep telling everybody the guy was a D student who ended up putting out an A student's fucking project. But that's cool because he came up with Dragon Ball, is doing his thing. I'm sitting here talking shit about him right now because he did his thing, but you know how it be. That's how it be though. Some people love what you do, some people hate on what you do, some people love to hate on what you do. You got to be ready for it either way it goes. Just like when he was like, bro, what the fuck? What? We do Super Saturdays every week. If you ain't ready for it, don't come up in here. You see what I'm saying? You clicked on the video. It's definitely clickbaitable today, but we gonna get to it. Watch how gangster Vegeta is. Oh yeah, you already know.
We got a brand new merch design, the 3 pure-blooded Saiyans in their most powerful forms. Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego, and Full Power Broly right now in the Geekdom 101 store. Get it in
Shouts
many
out to
colors
Daddy.
and sizes, a variety of options for you to choose from. Whatever you think looks the best. And if you don't want like a regular shirt, there are tons of different design choices. You can get a mouse pad. You can even get it on a hat or baseball cap. For a limited time only, the link will be in the description. This is what we've been waiting for. Look, it took freaking 8 episodes, which I think is a very long time, and I think they could have used their time wisely. But man, Dragon Ball Daima Episode 8, called Tamagami, really advanced this show. Not only did we get an absolutely phenomenal fight featuring some of the best choreography, animation, and camera work we've ever seen in Dragon Ball, but we also got a new character introduced and the progression of the story of Dr. Arinsu's plot. Of course, if you've been keeping up with the leaks here on the channel, going back to the summertime, you already know somewhat of an idea of what's going on, but this episode gave us so much more. I want to comment, first of all, on this fight at the beginning of the episode. Goku versus Tamagami 3. It's so awesome because they start fighting first in base, and this is like the closest we're going to get to like an anime Goku versus Thor, because Tamagami's powers include he can throw the hammer like Mjolnir and actually telekinetically pull it back or push it, and he can actually use ki, so he's got that, plus he's a hand-to-hand combat fighter. Now, in the grand scheme of things, on the power scale, he's not going to be that high because this point in the timeline is before Super, so all the god forms and the higher level stuff hasn't been discovered yet. However, for this time, Tamagami gave Goku a hell of a fight. I mean, they went at it. So, listen, go out of your way to see this episode. If you have been skipping Daima or waiting to binge it, or whatever, like if you're, kind of on the fence about it, I understand and I agree.
Which, as you all know, I've seen and heard spoilers about every episode, but I have yet to watch it physically myself, because, like I said, it's a review channel, but I am not reviewing it yet. I just review the spoilers and the other people's reviews. Shout out to knowing what I'm doing, because once I do review it, it'll be whenever you can actually use the clips versus now, because most of the content channels now aren't showing the clips from it because it's gonna get you copyrighted. So you got to know what you're doing whenever you're a review channel. That way you don't get your shit took down because you done stole other people's shit anyways. Yeah, that's what we do.
The pacing of the last 3 episodes has not been very good, especially since the show's only going to be 20 episodes. But now is the time, because good lord, this fight, albeit short, was awesome. First of all, they start fighting weapon with weapon. So we see Goku using the Nioibo, the power pole, and Tamagami using the hammer. There's a part where he's actually pushing Goku into a mountain. Like, they're actually having like a test of strength, and this triggers Goku into going Super Saiyan. So he's oh my god, this sequence was so beautiful. He's in Super Saiyan, the energy's flowing everywhere. Naotoshi Shida, the legendary animator who did Dragon Ball Super, Goku vs. Jiren in Omen, which was episode 110, a little bit of 130, and Gogeta versus Broly, steps in. And as you know, he's one of Toei's main event animators. There are sequences here that blew my mind. Goku does like a move that, like a Kamehameha that was sort of like a mini version of, it was like a move that was like a mini version of Goku's Kamehameha on Kefla when he was Ultra Instinct. He's hopping around the rocks. Instead, here there were some rocks that were being destroyed around them, and Goku's using them to kind of platform off of them. That was awesome. Goku eventually goes Super Saiyan 2. So we see it. It was beautifully done. We have electricity all surrounding him. They have a beam struggle. And it's so awesome because when Goku goes Super Saiyan 2, right, he puts away the Nioibo, and Tamagami, being a martial artist, not just a random robot, he's got honor, he puts the hammer down, and it's like, okay, let's go hand to hand. So they start throwing hands, bro. Actually, the episode starts with Tamagami attacking Goku first. Like, Tamagami accepts the challenge, and here we go. Bam, bam. So they're going at it, right? Like they are going at it. There's a beam struggle. And they did the thing that they did And by the way, Katsunori Nakatsuru, which is the lead animator on Daima, is the same guy who did the Kamehameha in the first Dragon Ball movie and in the last OG Dragon Ball movie, which is actually the 10th anniversary special, The Path to Power. Remember the Kamehameha where the camera's circling around Goku? They did like a variation of that. And that's what Nakatsuru's good at. Remember that scene in the first Cooler movie?
Multiple camera angles make shit look better.
And the camera pans around Cooler and then he hits.
Say, hold on, did you just get knocked out with 3 different replays? Yes, you did, boy. That's when you got really knocked the fuck out. They hit 4 different camera angles. Man, that shit be drastic. Don't let me get done like that, because that's when you get did bad, boy, when they start hitting them multiple camera angles on your ass. But hell, that's whenever they get into their bag on their animating, though. You know, shout out to the animators.
It's Goku with that back fist. That's also Nakatsuru. He's really, really good with the camera work. So we've got a team of Nakatsuru and Shida, and man, did they bring the goods. What a fight. What a fight this was. It wasn't very long, but they packed a lot into this one. They packed a lot into it. And like I said, I wish we'd seen it sooner. If this had played in the movie theaters, right? And I'm not saying they should have played all 8 episodes, but I mean, if you restructure the show to where you have a fight at this level earlier in the show, like during some of the earlier episodes, it would have got a lot more people hooked. If they had shown a little bit more of this fight in the trailers, it would have got people hooked. But I understand why they didn't, because I guess the idea is they want to blow everybody away and expect the word of mouth, you know, to like sort of spread. You know, I had kept hearing for like a year that because Daima has so much talent on it and they're given so much time to do this, it was going to have some fights that were on the level of Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now, that's a pretty big bar to reach. And I don't think we've gotten there just yet, but this fight was certainly a great example of what can be done and what we can look forward to in the series. So Tamagami 3 loses. Fair and square. Super Saiyan 2 Goku defeats him, and Tamagami 3, not an evil, malicious person, not a villain by any means, surrenders and admits that Goku was the better man. And a very honorable martial artist, and a really likable character too. We didn't see much of him, but he kind of, again, reminds me a lot of Magetta in many ways. I think I like this guy a little bit more because he has more of a funny personality. We actually see him practicing the Kamehameha, like the movements, as Goku's leaving afterward. But just phenomenal stuff here, combat-wise. I think I'm going to go into more of this in my breakdown.
I think that'd be funny if somebody actually stole a move from Goku. Well, besides the people that have actually stolen his moves, because he actually gets his moves stolen a lot now that I think about it. Half the bad guys know the Kamehameha. We're going to have to talk about that coming up.
Some of the references and things that you may have missed. Tomorrow night is when I usually do them, so look forward to that here on the channel. And also, before I go any further, Sunday we'll be live at 4 Eastern with Adonis from SS Jutsu, and we're going to be discussing Gohan and Dragon Ball Daima. Where is he? What's going on with him? Why haven't we seen him? And I look forward to talking to you guys live there. So, like I said, the fight's just the first part of the episode. They have this little, like, cup and balls routine that they do. And when I say cup and balls, you've probably seen it before. You know how you put a ball under these cups, right? Like you play the game like with a kid or with a friend where you have like 3 cups or 5 cups and you like roll it around on a table and it's up to them to pick which cup has the ball underneath it and they lift it up. It can be used in Magic and stuff like that. Tamagami 3 does that with the 3-star demonic Dragon Ball that's in his chest. Puts it under these big, they look like cups. They're like Tamagami cups and rolls them around. Oh, earlier I should mention, I forgot to say this. When I said Tamagami had ki, I'm not talking about like actual ki like what Goku uses, but he can shoot blasts. But I don't know if it's actually ki because the Demon Realm isn't familiar with ki, so it's its own like kinetic energy. When he fired the blast, it sounded like the audio sounded like some of the blasts you'd see like from the Iron Man suit in the MCU, those kind of sound effects. And they may have straight up just, you know, borrowed the idea from there because we know Dragon Ball Superhero borrowed a ton of ideas from the MCU, respectfully so. And I love how after the beam struggle, when Tamagami pushes the fireball up, Goku elbows him, just like he did Raccoon, to get the victory. And of course, as he fired that Kamehameha, he did go up to Super Saiyan 2. So, anyway, so the cup and balls thing, I'm sorry, I had to, like, correct all that. So he's like, where's the ball? And then Goku's like, no, it's not under a cup, it's actually over there. And he points to, like, the ball near this tree. And it was, like, right there. And it was like, okay, it was a trick question and you got it. So this is an example of Goku. You know how a lot of folks complained about how in Dragon Ball Super they kind of made Goku too dumb? I don't think it was like that for all of Super, but there were definitely some parts that felt that way. This is Goku being smart. He figured it out. And it's not just about combat. This is out of his wheelhouse and he figured it out. So now Goku and Gloria and the gang have one of the Demon Dragon Balls. They have two left. And as they're about to depart, Glorio gets a phone call from guess who? Dr. Irene Sue, to get an update. So this is where the story progressed. Now, I've been talking about this now for a while. I've been saying they've been foreshadowing since episode 1 that Dr. Irene Sue came to Universe 7 early, before Daima started. Well, they're looking through like the DVR or whatever, the recording of like the Buu Saga, and Goma and Degasu find that Dr. Irinsu was there. And when Vegeta did his sacrifice, when he blew himself up against Majin Buu, she came and she grabbed a piece of Majin Buu's pink, like, flubby, like, you know, body, put it in a jar and dipped. This is what I was thinking they were going to reveal, that she was watching the Buu Saga, studying all the events before Daima began. It's a retcon, but it makes sense. Now, if you've been keeping up with the leaks, you already know where this is going and what she's going to do, but the episode does give us some clues early. We're introduced to a new character, one that was also revealed on September 14th here on the channel. A new character known as Grand Witch Marva, which is Dr. Irinsu's secret, you know, sort of sidekick, if you want to say that, plotting their own schemes outside of Degasu and Goma. Now, Marval has the M symbol, the Majin symbol on her outfit. She has wings. Again, I revealed the design of this character on the 14th. Now we're seeing her in Daima. And she's got this little, I guess you can call it like a cauldron. Like, she's literally like a witch, you know, like the old school witch. Again, I said it in that video. Think of her like an evil fortune teller Baba. Dr. Irinsu reveals that she is a genius, but she still cannot replicate Majin Buu, and their whole thing, their whole journey, their whole, I guess her whole goal is to create a new Majin Buu. That was also revealed here on the channel back in July. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, that's not why I'm doing this, although after all the crap I've gotten throughout the years, maybe I should. But what I'm saying is that now all the things that we've been hearing for the past few months is all coming together. Like, now the story is starting to shape up. Now, we have some new lore here. We find out that Marva is the creator of the original Majin Buu, and that Babidi's father, was basically just like a phony who used her. Now, the thing about Marva is, this is now the third time this has been retconned, because Toriyama said that Majin Buu was not created by Bibidi. First in the manga, he was created by Bibidi. Then he said in an interview later on that that was incorrect, that Bibidi conjured him, and that that Majin Buu existed since time immemorial. But now we're finding out that Marva created him. Man, Toriyama loves to retcon his own statements in this show. I'm not complaining. I know some people are complaining about it, and it's fair, and sometimes it can be annoying, but this detail, to me, isn't that big of a deal. Like, it doesn't bother me or anything like that, especially since the time immemorial thing was not said in any of the manga or any of the anime. It was just a Toriyama interview. Now, again, that may change. They may give us more context as the series progresses. Maybe she's lying. So Dr. Irinsu reveals that she's going to get the new Majin Buu, to get the demonic Dragon Balls, to overthrow Goma and take over the demon realm. What have I been saying? If you also said this, you are a great prognosticator, because that's her plan. It's all about that throne. So that's what Glorio's doing, is using Goku to get the Demon Dragon Balls to overthrow Goma so that Dr. Arinsu can step up. That is literally what that plan is. Now, that's cool. She wants to create a new Majin Buu. Again, we have details about all of this in other videos. I'm not going to go into the leaks here, but that's her goal. And that's the most important, the most important conversation in Daima so far. Because now we have, with episode 8, all the, well, not all, but most of the character motivations, and now we see the pieces finally moving. And I really like it. It's improved upon, like, what we've seen so far, and this was the best episode of Daima so far, unquestionably. Not just because of that, but because of the fight at the beginning, too. Also, it's kind of funny. So apparently, King Kadan wants everybody to go meet at his place, because Hybis is there, so they're not going to go to Demon World 2 to fight Tamagami 2 just yet. They're going to go there first to the castle. Presumably, Hybis and Vegeta and them will be there before they go into the second Demon World. So it looks like that's going to be the focus of next week's episode. Hopefully they get to the Demon World. Based on the next episode preview, it looks like it's going to be somewhat slice of life, but they could also be hiding stuff. To be honest, I'm more interested in the Dr. Arinsu and Marval story than I am, anything with, like, them going back to the castle and having a party, like, or whatever. I don't think they're going to have a party literally, but, it'll be kind of a chill reunion before they go on to the next adventure. So away we go, man. Daima's finally picking up, and a good fight on this episode and good lore. Tomorrow, I'm breaking down so much more of this stuff. On the breakdown video right now on your screen is the link to watch that leaked video. Careful, there's some big spoilers for stuff coming up, although not everything, as well as other videos that I put out recently on the channel that you need to check out. See you guys tomorrow.
I'll crush you in an instant! I can only imagine Bulma's reaction if I transformed into that again.
In this overall conflict involving the other 12 universes, one can only imagine as to what they all have planned and lined up in the pipeline.
Isn't that right, Sid? I already joined this Patreon today. That's a great stuff on your ass. Did you really have to blow up the city? Yes. You what? The domino. Blow up the domino! And you're laughing. Do you realize the big prize is here? Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now. Or else, you'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours. Kakarot! Kakarot!
Now, in all my years, I cannot say that I have ever experienced such an unusual anomaly as the one that I am currently met with, especially with things continuing to go from bad to worse with each passing moment. But even now, as I stand here pondering on this problem, if something isn't done soon to change the outcome of what is shown taking place, then I'm afraid we are all going to be for a very rude awakening as things continue to worsen within Universe 7.
As our story now continues with Whis now being shown finally reaching the Omni King's homeworld, only to notice an anomaly taking place around the Omni King's palace, as even with Whis now being left having to question this and figuring out as to what had happened was when Whis then went on to respond, now just what in the cosmos is this? This barrier is unlike anything that I've ever seen before, but how could such a thing just suddenly appear around the Omni King's palace like this? And more importantly is why can't I detect the Omni Kings or the Grand Priest from within Whis questions? For never in my time have I ever witnessed such an anomaly like this take place, especially not here, Whis continues, and the absence of the Omni Kings and Grand Priest's life and energy signatures is a dire sign, for I must act quickly to understand this predicament before it's too late, but is it possible to go inside? Well now, incredible, Whis went on to press forward, a barrier that even I cannot penetrate, for it's almost as if the very essence of this shield is designed to counter beings like myself, as the strength and complexity of this shield are beyond anything that I've encountered before, which only now begs the question on how it was formed. Whis went on to then proceed by poking his staff down at the barrier, as I'm sure that there must be some kind of way for there to be a method in getting inside of this thing, but how, Whis questions? Was it those demons? Because if I do not find a way to be able to break through, then how will I be able to reach the Grand Priest along with the Omni Kings? But then, it was only just from out of nowhere now, as Whis had assumed that he was by himself, where his sister Vados then went on to chime in. You know, I was starting to wonder on when the others would show, for I've been here waiting for about an hour after this appeared, and trying to get down to the bottom of what was happening around here, Vados says. Sister Vados, so you were the first to experience this strange barrier before any of the others, were you? So would you then happen to know on what exactly was shown having to happen here, with Vados responding, well, I was, but I can't tell you as to how or why this had happened, but I was planning on alerting the other angels shortly after if I wasn't able to find the solution in getting through. Which, speaking of, Vados continues, would you happen to know as to why this is happening? Is it me, or were you able to pick up on some very unusual things that have been happening as of late throughout the multiverse, Whis? With Whis responding, well, even though I may not have all of the answers as of right now, I did happen to stumble upon a pair of individuals that may in fact be directly responsible for all of this taking place. And for this, I recently stumbled across two demons who were on a mission to collect the Super Dragon Balls as they were pulling them back into their realm, Whis continues. And while I'd assumed that these demons were taking these Dragon Balls and bringing them back into the demon realm, I also happened to overhear their names, and upon having to hear it, I then remembered as to where I had heard these names before. For in the ancient Book of the Fallen, I remember reading on the names of these Dark Masters that happened to have ruled over the demon realm, as they were only second behind another dark entity, and so I do believe that whatever this barrier is, must have more than likely have been caused by those demons who I happened to catch stealing the Super Dragon Balls, and as I only fear that things will only now begin to get worse so as long as they're in possession of the Super Dragon Balls as well, with Vados having to chime in, demons who hail under the title of Dark Masters, well now it's all beginning to make more and more sense to me, she says, as they are now more than likely the ones who are responsible and behind all of this, and especially if you've seen them collecting the Super Dragon Balls, but without direct clearance by the Grand Minister, how are we going to act on fixing this issue without breaking the laws of the angels, Whis? With Whis responding, well, it's an extreme case because if nothing is done and we are unable to retrieve the Super Dragon Balls from the Dark Master's possession, well then I'm afraid that even despite with the consequences being as grave as they are, the law of the angels will need to be broken if we are to ensure the survival of the entire multiverse, so take that how you will. What a truly horrible situation, Vados went on to then respond, for we can't just allow for these Dark Masters to simply go and abuse the Super Dragon Balls, but we are at the same time to uphold our oath as angels in reassuring our position as neutral beings without breaking the Grand Minister's rules. And so I don't know why, but this almost seems to remind me of the time when we had to go and face off against Myrno when we did. And what's worse is I feel as though if these demons are aware of Myrno's actions along with being well versed in understanding who Myrno was, then who is to say that they wouldn't go and use the Super Dragon Balls to go and bring him back from the dead. It's a stretch, but it's a risk that I am not willing to take, Vados continues, and so we must go and gather the other angels so that we can make sure that such a nightmare is never able to come true by the hands of the Dark Masters. As in the meantime, when then venturing back on over and seeing what Vegeta and Beerus were just about to do upon having to stumble upon the demons on Beerus' planet was when Beerus then went on to respond, and I grow tired of having to deal with such nonsense on my planet, Vegeta. Especially now that it appears like those demons were somehow able to replicate a version of you within their ranks, Beerus continues. And so now destroy them, Saiyan, for I will not want to tell you to do it again. With Vegeta responding, right, then whatever happens, leave that clone or whatever the hell that thing out there that looks like me is to me, Lord Beerus. Because now this is personal between them and I, to which as Vegeta was then shown transforming into his primal blue evolution form was when Demon Haas went on to then respond, what the? This Saiyan was hiding in another transformation? And what incredible power. Oh, be careful out there, Oru. What is this transformation of his? Oru then went on to question upon Vegeta being shown dashing right towards him. His speed, it's... Shut your mouth and get out of my way, you fool, for I'll make sure to leave you for last, demon. And so now back to you. Vegeta went on to attack his shadow demon clone by then responding, now I don't know as to what the hell you are, but even if they went and somehow tried to clone me, understand that you will never be as honorable or as powerful as the original, fool. Oh, curse that Saiyan. Oru went on to then get up by responding, I think my jaw is broken from that attack of his, and I felt him pulling his punches because his main objective is that shadow demon. For I must use this moment to strike while I still can and make my move and grab a sample of that God of Destruction while I can. And if I don't take this moment to go after that God of Destruction now, then we'll never be able to retrieve a sample. Oru went on to then dash forward by responding, and so whatever happens, keep your eyes on me at all times, Haas. I'm going after that God of Destruction, and so wait on my signal. With Vegeta then having to notice this by then responding, what the, and just where do you think you're going? Wait, of course, now I see he's going after Lord Beerus. Oh, that demon is coming right after you, Lord Beerus. Him and that other little demon are going to try and, but then it was only just before Primal Blue Evolution Vegeta was shown having to finish his sentence where his shadow demon was shown punching Vegeta in the face by then responding, your eyes should be locked onto me and only me, Vegeta. Yes, good, Haas went on to then respond. Good, and so now's your chance, Oru. Now go and take that destroyer down, to which as Oru was then shown trying to do was when Oru then went on to shout, you're mine, God of Destruction, and so now give me what we were sent here to collect, destroyer. Oh no, not so fast, creature. Beerus went on to then stop Oru's claw by having to grab it. I don't think so. You know, you demons have caused quite the trouble within my universe here today, and in your case, that is not something for any of you to be proud of either, Beerus continues, and so, you were looking to collect a sample from me now, were you? Well, now I'm curious, demon, and what exactly were you looking to collect this sample for, Beerus questions? Surely it wasn't for a science project of yours or anything now, was it? What are you waiting for, Haas? Hurry and send in the claw while I have him in my sights. What do you think this is, God of Destruction? Do you really think that by destroying me will prove anything? Because my masters will already have what I was sent onto this world to collect. Well, I don't know what you'd expect for that other demon Haas to do, Beerus responds, because he'll be destroyed as well if he tried anything prior to him even knowing what hit him, and so why don't you fess up and tell me as to what it was that you intended to do with whatever you ended up collecting here, demon? Were you planning on trying to clone me, Beerus questions? Because I can tell you here and now that this wouldn't have worked out in your favor, because I would have just destroyed you fools before you even had the chance to try it. And so now what was your plan? Because I can assure you now that no matter what it was that it was going to be, it wouldn't have worked, demon. Well, actually, Destroyer, Oru responds upon having Demon Ravagor's arms being shown slowly making their way towards Beerus. It doesn't matter if you did know, because by the end of this day, whether you want to accept it or not, we will have what we came onto this world for, to which as soon as Ravagor's arms were now shown clawing at Beerus' legs, this had now only created the perfect opportunity in having the blood of Beerus be underneath the nails of Ravagor's severed arms, to which even with Beerus being shown getting caught off guard and now visibly being shown very angry at the fact that Ravagor having to be shown doing this, was when Beerus was then shown having to redirect his focus at the little severed arms that were making its way towards Haas, as Beerus then went on to shout, what in the world, and what was that just now? Self-moving hands? Wait, why, I should have known. We've got it, Haas! Hurry and grab the claws and go back and seal the portal up right now while I'm able to hold him back, Oru shouts. Don't let anything happen to Ravagor's arms before it makes its way through the portal, Oru continues, with Vegeta being shown turning his head by then responding, oh, they what? No, I can't let that thing escape! But then, it was from out of nowhere now yet again, as Shadow Demon Vegeta was then shown having to headbutt Vegeta in the face before having to liquidize himself into the ground, was when Shadow Demon Vegeta went on to respond, pardon the sudden interruption, but we will resume at a later time, Vegeta. Why you? And just what do you mean later? And just where the hell do you think you're going? Get back here, demon! Get out of my damn way, creature, Beerus went on to then shout by having to backhand Oru across the face. How dare you try and attempt to make a fool out of the strongest god of destruction, demon? Now you've done it, because now I'm mad, and since you wanted to play rough, Beerus went on to stick his arm out by continuing, then let's play rough. But why leave when we are only just getting started? For I will not have any of you creatures walk onto a destroyer's planet and live to talk about it, especially after blindsiding me in order to sample my blood, demons. Not on my watch. And so now experience the full force of a destroyer's power, demon. Hakai! But then, it was only just upon with Beerus attempting to be shown having to Hakai Ravagor's severed arms was when from out of nowhere, that was when Oru was shown having to jump in the middle of this, with Vegeta then having to shout, oh, and just what the hell is that demon doing? No, I will stake my existence to ensure that our mission carries out until the end. Which that was exactly what Oru was then shown having to do, because with Beerus now being shown having to erase Oru completely was when Beerus then went on to question, what the? That fool used himself as a shield to protect the other demons. Incredible. Well, you did the right thing, Oru. Haas went on to respond upon the Shadow Demon and Ravagor's severed arms being shown having to hop back within the portal, as we will go and make sure that your sacrifice will not be forgotten, for you have now allowed for us to further our plans. Good, yes, and so we're sorry to cut things a little short here, Haas continues, but we promise that there will be a whole lot more where that came from very, very soon, especially once the Dark Masters are ready to go and make their move, and so we'd like to thank you both for your outstanding participation, but unfortunately, we have other plans, and for the record, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't sure if we'd be able to pull this off or not, but, well, with Oru's cunning distraction along with laying down his life for the greater good, on top of having our Shadow Demon hold off the mortal while we quickly got what we wanted from the Destroyer, well, it looks like everything turned out just fine, now didn't it? So we'll be seeing you all soon. But Vegeta, on the other hand, was not having it, because it was only just before Haas was then shown having to close this portal where Vegeta was shown having to charge up for his Gallic Gun by then shouting, like hell you demons are going to leave, because the only way that you are going to be going back to your masters is in a pile of burnt flesh and broken bones, creature. You fools aren't going anywhere, and so here's something for you to take back to your Dark Masters. Gallic Gun! Aw, sorry, Saiyan, but we have other things to attend to at the moment, but we'll make sure that we'll be seeing you all very soon. And so now, so long, fools! To which seconds later, as a giant explosion was then shown having to take place, was when Vegeta then went on to quickly respond, oh no, they couldn't have possibly managed to seal off that portal and escape before my attack was able to reach them.
Burnt that around now.
Curse those damn creatures! How were they able to find a way to escape this fast? And just how the hell are they able to move through dimensions like this, Vegeta questions? Oh, it just almost feels like we're right back to dealing with Murno's clones again. Alright, now I'm am annoyed, Beerus went on to then quickly respond by being shown patting himself down. For I have seen all that I needed to see, and since those creatures were trying to get my attention, well, now they have it, because I will not just stand here and tolerate such disrespect. For I am in no such mood to be treated as though I am not the god of destruction for a reason, and by drawing first blood now only indicates that this means war, as it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of the Dark Masters, the official Murno sequel, manga chapter number 12 special, then comes to a close. Now, you can make no mistake about the fact that with things now seemingly having to look as though they're going from bad to worse, and also having to witness as to how the angels themselves appear to be distressed upon having to come across the Omni King's palace, with the demons themselves appearing as though they are holding the upper hand in this overall conflict involving the other 12 universes, one can only imagine as to what they all have planned and lined up in the pipeline moving forward, as all of this and so much more will be made available first right now on my Patreon for those of you out there that are members to see. So if you not only want to go as far as to support the fan manga content that you see on this channel, but also gain exclusive access to my soundtracks, RPMGs, and early content, then I do encourage for you guys to become a member of my Patreon today, patreon.com/UnrealEndGaming, to which I will go on ahead and leave that link located down in the description box below and pinned comment section below as well, because not only on there are you guys going to be the first to see what's going to happen moving forward from all of this, but you are also going to get additional information and finding out as to what exactly these demons are using all of these blood samples for, and so you can only go as far as to imagine as to what the demon scientist Sugami wants to do with all of these blood samples to begin with, and so to go as far as to put things into perspective, if Sugami was able to replicate and create shadow demons of Goku and Vegeta, then you can only imagine as to what he's going to do once he's able to retrieve all of these destroyer samples from the gods of destruction. So again, I want to thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Thank you all so much for your time, to which, as always, if you also just so happen to be new to this channel and of course love Dragon Ball and anime, then I do encourage for you guys to head on over and smash that subscribe button, on top of making sure to give this video a big fat thumbs up by smashing that like button down below. Tune back in for more, and with all that being said, thank you all once again, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you down in the comment section below and in the next video. Take it easy, everybody, and have a great day. Peace.
Hello. Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to Unrelent Gaming? Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms. Sexy son of a bitch. Roshi, Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment.
This is when he's making the story better by just getting the god samples. So everybody gonna have to be fighting himself at some point. Shout out to the self fights, because you know those are good. You know you gotta fight to a demon version from time to time. Shout out to fighting the demons. Sometimes you fight them, sometimes you hey, I'm fucking with you, let's go. What you trying to do? Fuck.
Roshi, the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ride with you. That demon version of me right there. Well, I know that guy's hilarious. Let's kick it. You know what, boss? You know, I'm supposed to be a clone of popcorn, but you know, popcorn is a guy, so I'm just gonna sit here and smoke with him because I already know what time it is. Sorry. You know, trying to put Vegeta under real mind control. Be like, you two a clone of me? Yeah. Well, what are you talking about? You work for me. You right. You real Vegeta, but I'm the clone.
You're making a big mistake. Where do you think you're going? Pity, what a waste of talent. Not today. Back off.
You know the boy daddy gonna show up for him.
Have it your way. A tough guy like you should be able to face the truth.
Are you okay?
Hello guys, I'm the Pro, and what an amazing episode. It was revealed that Arinzu is creating a new Meijin more powerful than Meijin Buu, and a lot of other hot information. So leave your like on the video and subscribe to the channel because this one deserves it.
They're using too much AI voice because they can't even say Majin right. That's how you know that they be fucking using the AI.
To
Tamagami 3
begin with, I
fell.
confess that I greatly overestimated Takamagami and underestimated our protagonist. Goku is really very powerful even with his small body, and once again he proved to be a genius in battle. To begin with, Tamagami has the power of magnetism and can also use magic. Goku in base form was having some difficulty in the fight because despite
I like how they said Tamagami's like the version of Thor, so we know Goku could be Thor technically. That's what they said. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kira Toriyama saying, yeah, my boy can take out Thor. Yeah, we working on getting him at a Sun Wukong level because that's who the character was based on, right? Right. Shout out to knowing where the story come from, Journey to the West. You don't know who Journey to the West is? I'm sorry for you, but you know, we'll do a video one of these days. Goku versus Wukong, that's not even a fight, so we ain't even gonna talk about that. But you know, shit happens.
his size, Tamagami is very agile, as I said several times before this episode came out. But Goku is very skilled with the magic staff. Even after many years without using it, he still handles it very well. But what impressed me the most was the strength of the magic staff. It is so resistant that it withstood thousands of tons of pressure and did not break, unlike Takamagami's hammer, which even though it was made of steel, was easily broken by Goku in Super Saiyan form. After transforming and hitting Takamagami with a Kamehameha, the Guardian of the 3-star sphere surrendered because he realized that he is no match for Goku, because he saw the power of the Super Saiyan, Saiyan 2, and I can't help but say that the animation in this episode is impeccable. Everything is very beautiful, and Goku in Super Saiyan 2 for the first time was something triumphant. However, the battle is not over yet. To get the sphere, Goku had to play the cup game with him, which in my opinion was unfair, because Goku won the battle. Tamagami gave up, so the fair thing would be for him to hand over the sphere, right? Even Pansy noticed that. But how can you expect justice in a demonic kingdom, right? So let's not question it. Besides
right on
that, the
time.
Guardian of the
The
Sphere
same thing I'm
cheated
thinking.
again, trying to trick Goku and sending the sphere far away, but
And it's
nothing
about time
escapes
for
the
my morning
evil
roast
vision of our
going at
dear
that.
Saiyan, who noticed his
Shout out
trickery,
to
so
keeping
there
me
was
roaches,
nothing
bro,
else to
because
be done,
I
and he gave
smoke
the
them on
sphere to
Saturdays and
Goku
Sundays.
and wished Goku good luck to face the other two Guardians. This means that they are even more powerful. As I said before, this is the weakest Tamagami. The other two are even more powerful, and if we follow logic, the most powerful is the
super high.
1-star
Shout out to
Tamagami,
Super
and Aritsu's
Saturdays.
plan was finally revealed. She wants to create a new
It's some
Majin,
grown folk
more
talk.
powerful than Majin Buu. To begin with, we discovered that Majin Buu was not created by Bibidi,
Uh-oh, you
but
said
by
that white
Marva,
rhino
a
king
powerful
size.
witch from the Makai Kingdom.
Pigment
Exactly,
things right
because
there.
Bibidi did not have the power to create a Majin, so he resorted to Makayoshin, who, like Buu, wears an M for Majin on his clothes. And just like Bibidi, Aransu asked her to create a new Majin, using fragments of Majin Buu that she collected on Earth. Exactly, Aransu was on Earth while the Z-Warriors fought with Majin Buu collecting his cells, and I found that exceptional. But why is Aransu doing all this? Because she wants to be the new queen of the Demon Kingdom. And yes, it was confirmed that she and Glorio are working together and are using Goku to get the 3 spheres. When Goku gets the 3rd sphere, probably Glorio and Aransu will attack him, and this probably has to do with the next episode, so watch until the end and you will be surprised. Marba revealed Goma's true
Tricked by
strength. She
demons,
said that it may not seem like it, but he is very powerful. This is scary, because once again, we are seeing that we cannot be fooled by appearances. Arinsu also seems to be very powerful, so incredible battles await us. Vegeta and the others will meet Goku in Warp Sama. Rumors that he defeated Tamagami began to circulate, and Vegeta was surprised that there were Dragon Balls in the Demon Realm. The Proud Prince asked Hybus to talk more about the Dragon Balls in the Makai Realm, so in the next episode, more information about these balls will be revealed. The next episode is called Thief. In this episode, they will try to steal Goku's 3-star Dragon Ball. I believe that Arinsu herself ordered this attack, but as Glorio said, rumors will spread about a spiky-haired boy with a stick having gotten the ball, and this will certainly attract people with bad intentions who will try to steal Goku's Dragon Ball. But who would be able to defeat Goku to get this ball? Well, I wouldn't risk trying. Episode 9 will be released on Friday, December 6th, and you will see the full coverage of it here on the channel, so take the opportunity to subscribe and activate the notification bell. Now stay with me as I explain why I think.
But yeah, already knowing that Goku was the only one who could defeat the Tamagami, well, when Vegeta get there, you know he gonna catch a dub because that's how he rolls. Like you already fought the last one, I'm fighting the next one. So Tamagami #2 is going to Vegeta, the #2 character of the show. Shouts out to that. You know Akira Toriyama got that coming. That's easy to see. Yeah, you fought the first one. Yeah. Well, let me run it back on this one. And you know he might be a little bit challenging for Vegeta because you know he's probably a little bit stronger than the third one. They are in ranking because you know #1's gonna be probably the one that Vegito got to show up for because you know they showing spoilers for the Vegito fusion. So you know if it took one of them both for the two little guys, #1 might take a fusion. So you know they already got the beans for it too. Shout out to them demon beans because you know that's gonna be hacks and cheat codes coming up. I'm guessing. Whatever.
The new Majin that is being created could be Janemba. Janemba is the main antagonist of the movie Dragon Ball Z. Fusion Reborn, Gogeta, and he appears in several other media. He is a demon of pure evil and great power. Janemba is the living definition of evil. The evil energy that eventually manifested in Janemba had been gathering for generations and created a powerful evil heart. The evil energy from which he was born includes that of several humans. Janemba is born from and sustained by evil energy. Evil energy appears as purple clouds. When evil energy gathers with or possesses a person, it creates a physical body, transforming into Janemba. As seen in the Shin Budokai games, if Janemba's physical body is destroyed, he reverts to his evil energy state until it gathers again, or a new host is found. Evil energy appears in places or planes of existence where Janemba goes, but if the physical form is destroyed by good energy, then all of the evil energy in that plane of existence will be destroyed. Janemba's second form is called Super Janemba. This form is much more powerful than the first, and is more structured for fighting. Janemba reaches this stage after his head is thrown into his torso by Goku's attack, and he then begins to compress himself into a smaller space, resulting in this form. The form is capable of using a type of teleportation called Bunkai Teleport, portals with which he can attack, stretch his arm, transform objects into deadly weapons, and project his opponent's Kai attacks back at them through portals. In other words, guys, there is no doubt that Janemba is the perfect antagonist for Dragon Ball Daima, being a demon more powerful than Buu himself. How is that possible? Each episode surprises us even more. This one managed to surpass the previous one. And yes, my friends, I was wrong in my prediction for this episode, I confess. But whoever has never been wrong cast the first stone. This is my job, so I have to accept my fate. Whoever followed the channel this week saw that I underestimated our protagonist a lot because I really believed that Vegeta would enter into action in this episode. Maybe it was the anxiety of seeing Goku and Vegeta fighting together against the Tamagami, and all the information we had from this episode led us to believe that this would really happen. So who can judge me? The fun part is that if I'm wrong, you're wrong too. And if I'm right, you're right too. After all, I post fan theories here on the channel too. But for your theory to appear here, you need to be a supporter. In addition to appearing on the channel, you have other advantages that a regular subscriber doesn't have. So if you're not a member of the channel, become one now. So that's it, guys. Leave a like on the video, which is very important, and I'll be back soon with more information about the next episode and
this
Dragon Ball news in general. I'm waiting for you in the next
he'll be
video.
like, okay, yeah, Vegeta, you actually got a challenge. But Vegeta pulled out the dub. It's only 20 episodes, so you know how that goes. Oh, he leave a long ass subscribe screen. That's what's up. But we got UI Shannon. Clear out the whole sky like whoosh. He stops, looks at him. That boy bounced off of every planet like multiple times, like came back. Shout out to our video sponsors. Shout out to DJ Is. Y'all know he keep the vibe going all the goddamn time around here.
Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the garden, by the door, in the bedroom, on the floor. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the middle of the night, I'm gonna be there till the morning light.
Fire in the hole, as they would say. And we got a special clip coming up after the song, so y'all know to stay tuned for y'all extra freebie. But speaking of freebies, y'all know to head over to the Buy Me a Coffee on TWP and get y'all freebies over there in the extra section. But that ain't what we gonna do. Since we on Spider Pig, we gonna go hit the log out, hit the log in.
I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the middle of the night, I'm gonna be there till the morning light. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the garden, by the door, in the bedroom, on the floor. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the middle of the night, I'm gonna be there till the morning light. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the garden, by the door, in the bedroom, on the floor. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the middle of the night, I'm gonna be there till the morning light.
Now for our little bonus video. This is a good topic. We're gonna have to discuss it if it comes out one of these days.
I'm going to kill each and every one of you, and the only disappointment in it for me is that I only get to do it once.
Welcome to CBR. Actor Denzel Washington has recently confirmed that he will be joining the cast of Black Panther 3. Marvel has yet to reveal plot details, but fans are debating what character the iconic actor might play. Today, let's analyze a potential plot for Black Panther 3 featuring Denzel Washington. In a recent interview with the Today Show Australia about his latest movie, Gladiator 2, Denzel Washington revealed that there is a part being written for him in the next Black Panther film. It will be one of his last performances before retiring.
After that, Ryan Coogler is writing a part for me in the next Black Panther. After that, I'm going to do the film Othello. After that, I'm going to do King Lear. After that, I'm going to retire.
The actor expressed how, at this point in his career, he cares more about the filmmaker's vision than anything else when joining a project.
This made fans wonder what Ryan Coogler, the writer-director behind all 3 Black Panther films, is visualizing for the plot. While Black Panther 3 is still in early development, the plot from the first 2 Black Panther movies may give us some indication of the direction the trilogy is headed. The most probable point of conflict for the next movie is the discovery of adamantium. Wakanda's unmatched reserve and manipulation of vibranium put the nation in a serious advantage against external forces.
In its raw form, vibranium is too dangerous to be transported at that speed, so I developed a way to temporarily deactivate it.
But the events of Black Panther Wakanda Forever have complicated everything. After Shuri made a deal with Namor to protect the vibranium reserves by taking responsibility for Namor's wrongdoings, Wakanda has shattered its international reputation as a peaceful country. One interesting option would have Black Panther 3 to be the flip side to Captain America Brave New World, showing Wakanda's place in the world war that is erupting in the MCU. Since Black Panther 2, Wakanda's long-kept secret about its vibranium is out. The United States or other nations mining adamantium out of Tiamut's remains directly challenges Wakanda's reputation of having an unmatched military and unbreakable weapons. In Marvel Comics, adamantium is usually not as strong as vibranium, although characters using weapons made out of both metals can go toe-to-toe. Another probable plot point for Black Panther 3 will be internal political conflicts. The mid-credits scene from Black Panther Wakanda Forever hinted at the possibility of T'Challa and Nakia's son, Prince Toussaint, causing problems for the current king, M'Baku.
Toussaint, this is your auntie, Shuri. Hi.
There are a few different characters Denzel Washington could play in Black Panther 3. The most popular fan theory at this point is that he is playing a supervillain. One of the best options is Achebe, who could be a third person trying to sit at the Wakandan throne in the internal political conflict. In Marvel Comics, Achebe is a highly intelligent man who had his share of traumatic experiences, including the betrayal of his own wife. He struck a deal with Mephisto to usurp the Wakandan throne. With the help of Ramonda, T'Challa's stepmother, Achebe promised to deliver Black Panther's soul over to Mephisto. However, after Mephisto abandons Achebe amidst the war, he descends into madness. With rumors that Mephisto will soon join the MCU in the 2025 series Ironheart, it would make a lot of sense to also introduce other villains who are somehow connected to Mephisto in other projects. As Achebe, Washington can play a villain with a strong personality and sense of purpose.
There are 2 kinds of pain in this world.
Black Panther 3 could tell the story of how Achebe became a supervillain, emphasizing how Toussaint, M'Baku, and Achebe have different visions for Wakanda and the world at large. However, there are other speculations. One of them is that Denzel will play a multiverse variant of King T'Challa. Although Shuri is the new Black Panther, Denzel Washington playing an older version of the previous Black Panther could help bring a new sense of closure since the untimely passing of actor Chadwick Boseman, who fans still dearly miss. If Black Panther 3 comes out around the same time as the Secret Wars event, it could be an important stage to understand the end of the multiverse saga.
Variant fighting to preserve their universe and annihilate the others.
A third and perhaps more likely option is that Washington will play Bashenga, the first character to be known as Black Panther, and who first recognized the importance of the vibranium meteor that fell on their territory, unifying the nation under his leadership. Bashenga appeared in the first movie's montage about the Black Panther legacy in Wakanda, and returned this time as an active ancestral guide to Shuri. The MCU has already shown T'Challa's necromancy powers when he talked to his late father in the ancestral plane in Black Panther. The fact that Denzel Washington will retire soon poses a few limitations to his role. If he is indeed playing a supervillain like Achebe, the movie must end with his death or permanent defeat to justify never bringing the character back after Black Panther 3.
I promised someone that I love very much that I would never go back to being that person. But for you, I'm going to make an exception.
While his talent allows him to take on whichever role Ryan Coogler is visualizing for him, Washington seems committed to making the best of his final years as an actor. Recently embodying Macrinus in Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, who's a morally complex character based on a real-life figure of the Roman Empire, it seems unlikely that he would want to hop on Black Panther 3 for a quick cameo. Whoever he's playing in the MCU, it will be a role without continuation in other projects, but with a strong significance within Black Panther 3. From funding Chadwick Boseman's tuition for a summer acting program a long time ago to being honored by Boseman himself with the words, There would be no Black Panther without Denzel Washington in 2019.
There is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington.
He is already a part of MCU history before even joining as an actor. Now, he'll have the opportunity to deepen his legacy with the Black Panther movies. The direction Ryan Coogler chooses to go with it will likely reflect the broader themes that have been central to the franchise so far. The potential for internal and external conflict sets the stage for a deeply engaging storyline, potentially in parallel to the events we'll start to understand in Captain America: Brave New World. As this will definitely be one of Washington's final roles before retirement, fans can expect a performance that is meaningful and memorable. Who do you think Denzel Washington will play in Black Panther 3? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for watching CBR.
Well, damn. Denzel is in Black Panther 3, and it's one of his last 3 movies. Be on the lookout for his last 3, because then he out of there. I got my money, and I'm leaving before they try to cancel me. It's hard to do, because, you know, he been married the whole time, so, you know, good for him. He ain't got no allegations coming up with the wife or none of that BS that they try to slide the black billionaires with, because, you know, they gonna put him at $1 billion on his way out the door. I'm pretty sure of that. You know, somebody got to replace the billionaires that they done took out of the game this year. Shout out to the entertaining and, you know, whatever reviews we do over here on Spider Pig. Hell, y'all know to keep up with your boy. We'll keep it cracking.